My name is Vasta, and my essential question was, how can I create and successfully run a flex block for freshman girls and give them advice and strategies to help set them up for a successful high school career? Oh no.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We'll start over again.
Okay.
I think that'll work. Yeah. All right. So just use the arrows.
Okay.
You can start.
Start over? Okay. Perfect. Okay. My name is Vasta. My essential question was, how can I create and successfully run a flex block for freshman girls and give them strategies and advice to help set them up for a successful high school career? So the outline of my project, my mentor, why I chose this topic, flex blocks and what we did in each of them, a reflection that I sent out to the girls that were in the flex block, and then any questions. So what inspired me to do this project? I've always known that I wanted to be a teacher, like in some sort of aspect. So it was good to get a feel for like that career path and being in a classroom or like that classroom setting. I also participated in a similar project as a freshman. It was like the same idea, kind of like a different topic, but same structure. It was also activity-based, which I prefer to whenever I'm learning something. And then it was focused on helping others, which is something that I'm really passionate about and I enjoy doing. So my mentor was Miss Morrill. So she is the advisor for the Active Minds chapter at Millis, and I've seen how well she's been able to maintain the group there and like keep the club popular here, and like everyone's like super into it. She's also been a huge support system for me throughout high school, and I have like a really good connection with her. So it was someone who is easily accessible with any questions. I wasn't nervous to go talk to her. She was also the mentor for this project in previous years, and I saw how successful those projects were. So it was good to see that, and was something that I wanted to make sure I had. And then she is also part of the staff, so it was good because I could email her whenever, see her in the hallways, and ask her any questions that I had. So getting in contact with Ms. Morrill. So I sent my first email in August, just kind of touching base of what we talked about at the end of my junior year when we were deciding what projects we were doing. I had like an idea of what I wanted to do, but when I emailed her in August, we try to figure out like some more specifics. She also helped me find girls to participate in my project because she did have connections with some of them, and then helped me create my main topic for my project. So kind of what I wanted to focus on, because previous years it was more mental health or stuff like that. So we kind of worked together to figure out what the main topic would be. So the first email at the top is the email that I sent to Mr. Nash, asking for a list of names of all the freshman girls. And then the email at the bottom was me just reaching out to Ms. Morrill in August, just wondering if she had an estimate of how many girls I should be doing, what topic it should be, and plans for each meeting. This is the email that Ms. Morrill sent me the night before our first meeting, and then this was the email that I sent out to all the girls in the freshman class, just kind of telling them like who I am, what my project is, and to see if there was any interest. So getting in contact with Mr. Nash, I just sent him an email asking him for the names of the freshman girls, and he replied like in like super quick. It was super easy to work with him. And then he also worked with Ms. Morrill to help me schedule times to, or like schedule space in the auditorium for Flex. So overview of my project, we met during Flex Block. I would say I had a consistent group of 12 to 15 girls for each meeting. And then these are all of the dates that we met. There were some like conflicts, so I wasn't able to go to all of them, but that was most of the Flex Blocks that we had. And for all of the activities that we did, all of our materials were either from Miss Radcliffe or Miss Morrill. The only thing that I had to purchase was the notebooks, but I just got them off Amazon. So we did journals. Every girl had their own journal that they decorated, and we answered journal prompts in. We made vision boards together. We talked about blue zones and how to implement the blue zone lifestyle into your life. And then we set goals at the beginning of the year, which we revisited at the end of the year to see if they reached their goals. So these are some pictures of the activities we did. This was the vision boards. We did that for, I think, 2 to 3 flex blocks. And the girls loved doing this. This was most of their favorite things that we did. So vision of a graduate. So for collaboration, I collaborated with Miss Morrill. She was able to work the MyFlex Learning app for me, so I didn't have to do it because she knows what she was doing with it and I didn't. And she helped me decide what my main topic would be. I also collaborated with the girls in my Flex block. We did a lot of open conversations. I made some really good connections with them, as a group, but also individually. And then I was able to invite a junior, Lucy Fuentes, to my Flex block, I would say halfway through the year, to potentially take over my project next year. Critical thinking, I had to create my own lesson plans, slideshows, and activities. Communication, we had a lot of group-based conversations, so I'd give the girls journal prompts, they'd write them down, and then I would say, if you guys want to share out, we'll go in a circle, and almost every single girl would share every single time. So it was really good. And then character, to help inspire the young female minds of Millis High School, and to also it showed that I had a lot of dedication to this project because I did try to show up as much as I could. So feedback, during our last meeting, I sent out a Google form for the girls to respond to. There was a lot of positive responses, and I got to hear about all of their favorite activities. So when I put up just a yes or no answer one, and all the girls said that my project had a positive impact on them. And then when I asked them what their favorite activity was, most of them said writing in the journals, the vision boards, and one person even said talking about their feelings, which was something that I didn't want to lay too heavy into because I feel I don't know, it kind of comes with it almost. But I was really happy to see that because it was good for me to see the transition from the beginning of the year where I had a lot of timid girls who didn't really want to talk, didn't want to share, to the end of the year where everyone was sharing how they were feeling, any questions or concerns. And it was, I don't know, it was good to definitely see that one. It made me feel happy that they were comfortable. So impact of my project, I was able to create a community, even if it was small, 12 to 15 girls. Again, taking a group of girls who were more shy and timid at the beginning of the year and seeing how not only I've been able to build connections with them, but they've been able to build connections with each other was super, super rewarding. They were also able to take strategies for success. So we talked about planning, finals, studying, how to navigate high school, stuff like that. And then it was also an outlet for emotions and feelings of the girls when we were able to just do check-ins at the beginning of each meeting. I thought that was something that was really important. So some successes. When I started this project, I knew I wanted to do journals. That was something that I really liked doing, and I thought that it would be very helpful. So I was able to make sure that every girl had their own journal that they were able to decorate. They had their own vision boards. I feel as if I've left an impact and that they enjoyed it due to their feedback. All their responses were very positive. Attendance was great. We never had less than maybe 10 girls at each meeting, and their feedback was also really good. And some disappointments were planning on my end. Sometimes I would wait till the last minute to make a lesson plan, and then be scrambling around right before trying to get it all together. Open space was also something that kind of got in the way, but Mr. Carter always let us use the library whenever there was scheduling conflicts in the auditorium. And then also conflicts for me with Flex, sometimes we had our senior meeting, our last Flex block, so I couldn't go. So it's stuff like that where I was able to go to some of them, but not all of them, but I made the most out of it. Okay. So thank you to Miss Morrill for helping me plan my project, Mr. Nash for giving me the list of girls, Mr. Carter for letting us use the library and all the girls in my project.